Fantastic. All right. Great. Can you see that as
Looks
well,
good.
Amy? Okay, great. So yeah, nice to meet everybody, and thank you, Amy, for hosting this along with the ISV Society. I am with Lightspeed Voice, and little background on myself. I started with our company just over 6 years ago as a technician, and then moved over to the sales side. So yeah, got a couple different certifications, both in networking, phone systems, etc. So moving on to a little bit about Lightspeed Voice. So move this up here. There we go. We are a cloud-based voice over IP system that is integrated with Acumatica as a certified integration partner, which is kind of a fancy way of saying we are a modern business phone solution that will insert all of your phone records inside of Acumatica, which I will show a little bit later on here in the demo. And moving on, a little bit about our timeline. Started the company in 2004, and then started the phone system back in 2009. So we've been doing business phone solutions since for over 15 years. And recently in 2023, we kind of relaunched, went back to our roots and also relaunched our MSP side of our business. So I'll touch on that in a little bit here as well. But a little bit about why customers go with Lightspeed Voice. First of all, we have a 99% client satisfaction rating, and that's just due to 100% of our company being US based, which is kind of unique inside of the phone system world. So even our development team, customer service team members, all mostly based out of Florida, New Jersey, couple other pockets around the United States. But it's one of the big reasons customers like to go with us is great tech support. We can answer any questions you have, manage your phone system as well, set up the integration with Acumatica also. And then another big one is 99.999% system uptime. That's due to us owning the infrastructure and also the servers that we host your accounts on. So not necessarily the norm when you look at overall voice over IP companies in the United States. So it's nice to touch on. And then this is back to that customer service piece I just mentioned. Again, 100% US based. We do both phone support and ticketing systems. So if there are uh, any call routing changes or things that you have questions on about your account with us, you can reach out to us. We can troubleshoot or fix something or even do training with a new team member. So kind of takes a lot of the managing the phone system and training new employees off of your plate, which is extremely helpful because, you know, most likely your forte is not managing and servicing a phone system. That's why we kind of do that for you. So, and I do encourage everyone, if you're interested in learning a little bit more, not only reach out to us, but also look online at some of our reviews and happy customers, Google reviews, whatever. So, moving forward, a little bit about our technology. So, like I mentioned, we are a phone system at our core, but we also have a managed services piece that focuses on cybersecurity and threat detection and response, which is kind of what we built the company on, moved away from, and then have recently more in 2023 re-implemented. So it's been a huge hit just with all the advances of AI and AI threats to your business. So happy to add that on. It is not mandatory that you implement our MSP product with our phone system, but it is an option that I did want to touch on while we're going through it. So back to the phone system. We have a AI piece that actually transcribes all of your calls. So that is helpful because and these are actually being inserted into Acumatica as well. So essentially the way to think of it is you hang up a call, you go back to review the call. Not only do you have the ability to go back and listen to it, You can also read through the transcription, see what was said, search through the transcription for keywords or key phrases, along with a sentiment analysis too. So it's going to rate your calls on a positive, negative, or neutral scale. We're also pushing out a newer update that we've pushed out is sentiment alerts. So let's say someone working with the customers has had a negative call or 3 negative calls in a row, that will actually send an alert to maybe someone in the management team or vice versa. Maybe they've had 3 great calls. That'll send an alert also to the management team so they can see maybe what they're doing really great in their phone calls. So, and also my favorite piece of the AI portion is it's taking that full transcription, giving you a 3 to 4 sentence summary of what was talked about on the call. So it'll take that summary and also push it into Acumatica, which I'll show in just a bit here. And with the AI piece, we do have PII redaction, personal identifiable information redaction. So you have the ability to, if someone gives a social security number or a credit card number, whatever, it will redact that information for both your customers and your business's protection. And then another piece to the phone system. So again, we are cloud-based, which means we do support desk phones. And if you're on a traditional, what we call POTS, plain old telephone system, or an analog system, this mobile application and even a computer program to place and receive calls might be new to you. The best way I can describe a mobile app is it's your desk phone in your pocket. So another example I kind of give is I'm based out of Florida. So let's say you want to get out of the cold. You're from up north and you fly down to Florida. You're sitting on the beach. Someone calls your business or you need to place an outbound call. You no longer have to give out your cell phone number. You can open the app, place a call. As long as it's not too windy on the beach, people think you're sitting in your office or wherever you work from, which is very helpful. Along with it's still recording those calls, so if you need to go back and listen, you can. It is also inserting that recording into Acumatica, which I'll show during the demo piece. And our phone system also gives you the ability to text message your customers from your business number. So we turn your business number into both a calling number and a texting number. Text messages will also push into Acumatica. So integration. So how do we play with Acumatica? How do we integrate? I'm going to show a quick video here that shows the integration. Fantastic. So first piece of the integration is really my favorite. If you can see my name anywhere, I've got a crazy Czech Republic last name that is nearly impossible to pronounce and also very hard to spell. So when I call into a business and they've got my information pulled up automatically on their screen, that is extremely helpful. And that is what we do inside of Acumatica. Someone calls your business, as soon as you answer the call, it is going to do a screen pop, pull up that customer record on your screen as soon as you answer the call. We have the ability to search, as you know, there are multiple phone fields inside of Acumatica. So we can actually search where you save phone numbers and pull up that portion of Acumatica on your screen, like I said, as soon as you answer. Something I did not note, we built out the Acumatica integration because we're an Acumatica user ourselves. So, that we basically reached out to Acu and we're like, hey, we love your system. We've been using you forever. Can we be a integration partner? And they were all for it. So we're really happy with that. The second pieces of the integration actually occur once you hang up the call. So inside your activities, which you can see here, once you hang up a call with this customer, and it could be, the parent account, whatever, where you have that number saved, you will see a log that says phone call. There's also text messages. And if you click on one of those log entries, you will see every detail of the call. So in this case, you can see there was an inbound call from this Chris Thompson parent account. Your employee, Douglas, received that call. how long the call was, duration, and also a sentiment, both on a overall scale, and it also now does an ending sentiment as well. So how the call ended, and also the overall sentiment, positive, negative, or neutral of the call. My personal favorite, however, is going to be the AI summary piece, which is basically taking, let's say you're on a 30-minute call with a customer or some type of account, and they updated billing, they did XYZ, they placed an order, and you're chatting with them for 20-30 minutes, and right when you get off the call, you take another inbound call or get pulled in a different direction. What our system is doing is it's taking that transcription and it's giving you a summary of the key points of the call and inserting that into this note insertion with a link to the call recording as well. So as you click these, you can simply read what the call was about, who placed or received it, or you can also click the link here and go back and access the actual call recording. So you can listen to it, download it, attach it to an email, do whatever you need to do with it. Use it for training, which is another great uh, uh, purpose for call recordings. So, in my opinion, though, call recordings are great for protecting the business, right? So that's another reason to have those. You can also see here, and something I mentioned prior is text messaging. So we do turn your business numbers into texting. We enable texting capabilities on them. And we also log those texts inside of Acumatica. So if someone from Chris Thompson parent account sends a text message to your business number or multiple numbers, however you're texting, it is going to log the contents of that text message in the activity field again inside of Acumatica. So again, what we're basically doing is we're taking every phone interaction, phone and text message interaction, and logging it inside of Acumatica, giving it so you don't have to jump into the phone system if you don't want to find your call logs, etc. with a particular customer. It is inserting that data into Acumatica for you automatically. So, and other pieces of the integration, if you're using a desk phone now and you can imagine how many times you hand dial a number, or even if you're using a soft phone application, an app on the computer to place and receive calls, you're either hand typing numbers or you're copying and pasting numbers into your phone. We have a click to call feature as well, where you can click any number, it hand dials it for you, and you're calling that number. So that is a big time saver also. What else do we have here? So this is a little bit more about the integration. Those screen pops, again, very helpful. You don't have to ask when you answer, hey, who's this calling? You already know who you're talking to as soon as you answer the phone. And we talked about the call logging along with the summary being inserted into Acumatica, along with text messaging and the call recording link. That is what I have for the demo. So again, here's our contact info. If you do have any questions or would like to schedule a full demo to take a look and see what else we have to offer from the phone side or also the managed services side, feel free to give us a call. We can go through that and kind of do an analysis to see if we could be a good fit for your business and go from there. So again, huge thank you to Amy and the ISV Society. And I will stop sharing and hand it back to you, Amy. Thank you.